Hello, this is Brian Hagney, instructor of Game and Interactive Media Design. Alright, part 2. Setting up the actual Premiere project, which you all have done because you all worked with the Lion King, or whichever movie trailer you used. You did that already. I want to kind of go over from how we started from scratch. And actually, it won't be from scratch because you'll have your audition audio story, your audio from that. Now, if you don't have all of your files from your audio project, that's still fine. You still have access to your audio story because you embedded it to SoundCloud. So that's good. I'm going to take you through an example from last semester. Oops, don't show that. Let me come down here. This is a folder called Music Still Image. I'm using a copy of that. And I'm showing you, can I show you? Sorry, let's visualize these as really big. There we go. So in this particular example, and I have a cool folder size thing for you. Okay. In this particular example, we've got audio. In that audio folder, we have audio from the audio story, let's say, as a wave. We've got, oh, why did you do that? There we go. We've got audition stuff. So if you still have your audition work, you should keep it as like the entire audio folder system. Like if I'm doing this for a client, if I did audio for a client and I'm just moving on to a video, I am keeping everything, especially if it's for the same project. If I'm taking an audio component and they're like, hey, let's do a video for it, I'm probably going to keep a folder system that allows me to use every single thing that's ever been created for that particular project. If the client's doing a different project, obviously it gets a new project folder. B-roll, this was something I asked that student to get. Remember, this is the movie these are movie files that you take, that you record, that you can bring in to kind of break up just the still image aspect of it. Oops. In addition to that, let's see what else we've got. We've got an images folder. This is going to make up the bulk of what you're working with. And these are still images that the student worked with, that they took themselves. And then they have another one of just images they found on the web. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to allow that because I know we are working with well, just being at home, right? You're going to have to be creative in your image creation. So I'm definitely okay with using stuff from the web. So let's say I have this project folder. If you don't have a folder already, you should make one called Still Image Video. I'm going to pretend like I'm using this one. Notice I have no Premiere file here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to make now. So let's go ahead into Premiere. I have a lot of things. Open up Premiere, pause the video while you open up Premiere. I am going to just say New Project. We did this before. I believe we did this before when we made our mashup trailer. So I'm going to call this, I will call this music underscore still music universal still image video. That's the project. I'm going to make sure I place this in the right location. Yeah, look, there's COM 1112 Fair Use Lion King Rises. But that's obviously not where I want to put it, because this has nothing to do with the Lion King Rises. So I need to click the black Browse button and go to where my COM 1112 is, and hey look, music, still image, that's the one. When I click in here, this is exactly what we were looking at. I don't have a Premiere folder yet. I am personally going to create a Premiere folder. If you are in a Mac, you have, I think, a new folder button down on the bottom left, I think. If you are, or it's up here at the top, there's a gear image that you can click to say new folder. I have one right here, or you can always right click or control click in here and say new folder, however you do that. Okay. I'm writing Premiere. Enter. And this is where all my Premiere work is going to go. And so I'm going to select that folder. There. So I have the folder name, or the project name, the folder selected, and I'm going to just accept all of this and say OK. This will turn up to be what you expect, right? Which is the sequence or the source monitor, program monitor, your project panel, and your timeline, which is nothing yet. Nothing is here. It's completely blank, and as well it should be. And so let's go ahead and bring in our work. Now, if you don't have any images, you're not ready. So go get some images. I am. So I'm going to import my media to start with. I'm going to double click in here. We've already done this before. I'm going to click to 1112, music still image, and I've got my images bin here. I'm going to go ahead and import that folder. I think that should do the job. Let's see what it does, because I think it does something a little bit weird. Yeah, nope, it brought in all of my folders. I've got my other images here and self-taken images. You can organize yours however you want. Okay, we're not quite done yet. We've got our images. Now, let me show you something. Because when we use the Lion King... Oh, you know what else I'm going to bring in? Sorry. Let me bring in... I'm going to import... Oh, no, I want to show you something else. Yeah, sorry. New way of importing. If you click on Media Browser, this is kind of cool. Let me go ahead and make this a little bigger this way and a little bigger this way. And I'm going to navigate to where I have my folder by using these local drives. Going to, where are you? Local drives. D data. D drive for Hagney. It's going to take a while. There we go. That's me thinking, where am I going to? I just realized, I hope I have nothing inappropriate here. That's me dressed as person from Portal for Halloween. Let's see, what am I looking for? It's easier to do it here. 2020 spring. Com 1112, that's where we are. And I am looking for music still images and B-roll. Okay, I wanted to show this because this is kind of a cool feature that I didn't show when we did the Lion King. I don't think. That feels like so long ago. If you hover your cursor over to the left, you can preview what these images, what these videos are. And when my cursor is to the very left of it, it's the beginning of the video. When it's to the right, it's to the end of the video. Same thing for this one. I can see what this preview this video. You can also left click each of these and hit the space and drag this playhead, and you get to hear it. That's cool. Let's see, there's this. Yeah, great. So however long this video is, your cursor, let's click off of it now. Your cursor, when it's in the middle, is going to be halfway through it. So if it was an hour-long video, this is 30 minutes into it. If this is a 2-second video, it's 1 second into it. Let's go ahead and select both of these, right-click, and import. And it just imported these. Of course, it imported them out of a bin because I didn't select their bin through the media browser. So I'm going to create a new bin called B-roll and just drag these into that. Now, yeah, okay. What am I doing now? I am going to, oh yeah. So I wanted to show you the difference between how we created a sequence last time and how we'll be doing it this time. So last time, you remember, we had a video, let's say. Let's say I want to see the icon of it, just so that I know. B-roll. Okay, let's say we made a video of this clapping. We just dragged it into here, into the timeline, and let go. And it created a video. Well, guess what? How big is this? If I were to export this video, would it be low resolution, cruddy YouTube quality, or would it be high resolution, movie, extravaganza quality? And the real answer is you don't know. It's the quality of whatever the original video is that you just dragged in. I am going to X out this sequence here, close it, and it goes back to, hey, drop media here. If I were to go back up the timeline, go to my images, self-taken images, and take this portrait image and drag it into the timeline and let go, it creates a video that is portrait. This is not a widescreen video at all. So it'll create a video, and of course nothing moves and there's no sound. It's just an image for like 5 seconds. This aspect ratio for this video is so dumb, right? It is vertical. It is portrait. It won't fit on a television screen. So how do we make a video for our client specifications? That's what we don't know yet how to do. So I'm going to show that. And also, you know what? I'm going to delete this sequence that I just made because I don't want these dumb sequences. Let's go into B-roll. Delete that sequence. How do I know this is a sequence, by the way, and not the original video? Do you see? I have this video here and this video here. Which one is the original video? Which one is the sequence? Take a look at the icons on the bottom right of these, or the little icons on the bottom right of these icon view squares. One of them shows a video clip and audio track. The other one shows what should look to you like 2 tracks with a playhead over it. Let's go and look at it in this view, which is list view. Yes, you see which ones are audio, video, and this one is a series of 3 tracks with a little playhead. All right, so that is the sequence, and I'm going to delete that because I don't want it. All right, let's go ahead and then create a sequence. Now, I'm going to go all the way up to my hierarchy, click this folder button all the way up until it's grayed out. That means we're at the very top. And we are going to click File, New, Sequence. That is how you create your very first sequence. So do that. Now, out of all of these, how do you know what to do? There are 1,000, maybe not 1,000. There's a lot of different types of sequences we can make. Notice we could do, let's see, HDTV 720p, or we could do HDV 1080i interlaced, 30 frames a second, 24 frames a second. How do you know? Do you make a really cruddy low-res 720p, or do you make it 1080p? High def? Do you do or do you do just DV, digital video standard, which is, you can see here, 720 horizontal by 480 vertical, right? How do you know? Well, guess what? Your client is going to tell you. And for us, your client is me. And so I'm going to go to the major assignments, and let's see what I say. 4 hours. Is this the right? Nope, this is not the right one. So scroll down here for our major assignments. This is what I tell you. Sequence settings, right here. Very important. HDV 1080p 30 frames a second. I tell you, just do that. Let's look at the Premiere Pro. So go down to HDV 1080p 30 frames a second. You can see it's 1440 by 1080 vertical. And we're just going to say, we're going to call it something. And we are going to call it universal language. And say OK. It created an empty track, an empty set of tracks, and it created this new sequence right here called universal language, and we are ready to go. I am going to now hit File, Save. No, I'm going to do Save As, and I'm going to call this Music Universal Still Image Video _02 because I'm going to keep saving iterations of this. If you ever make a mistake, you can always go back. Okay, I'll see you in the next video where we talk about what our blog post is, because it's going to have to do with our still image video major project. Okay, bye.